Hey, I'm Liv, and I am super excited because today we're going to be unboxing the October Copacetic Cosmetics subscription box. Subscription box. Why is that a mouthful? Anyways, I also got a little bit of a haul from them. If you don't know, they do this thing called $2 Tuesdays where they have a bunch of shadows. I think it's like 4 or 5 that are $2. And they're part of sort of a good set, so they have the same vibe. Super steal. So I jumped on most of them. I think there was maybe one that I didn't get, and I also added nail polish. So we're gonna check that out. I'm gonna show you what I got. I am wearing all the things that I purchased in their $2 Tuesday today, right now. I'm wearing every single shade. I got 4. I'm also wearing 1 nail of the nail polish. I'll tell you why in a little bit, but first we should unbox this. If you don't know, I love makeup, especially indie, and I make stuff. So if either of those things appeal to you or anything in between, then you should stick around and subscribe down below. Okay, let's get on with it. So here's my Copacetic Cosmetics box, but before we go into that, I thought I would show you the things that I purchased because you can see them on my face right now, so let's get that out the way. I'm not sure how Copacetic Cosmetic works, but it seems like I've tried a bunch of different formulas. So the 2 shades that I got in my last subscription box, holy cow, they're amazing. And they're also a very different formula to what I picked up. We'll start in the order of how good I thought the shadows were. First we have Hocus Pocus. I'm wearing these on my eyes. I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so Hocus Pocus is a deep metallic purple. I had a really hard time with this one. I applied it to my eyes. I did it actually first because they're all shimmers. So I applied my shimmers and then I applied some mattes, and this disappeared completely. So then I applied it again with my finger, and it disappeared completely again. I think you can see a bit of purple. I'm not super sure, but it's not the level that I was going for. Yeah, you can see it, but it's like, clearly I wanted the purple to sort of like tie everything together, and that's why I went with the purple lip. So it's okay. It sort of feels like it's a bit too hard pressed. I mean, it came up on my finger pretty well just from kind of dusting it on there, but it's just, let's watch it. Let's watch it. If I didn't say, the shade is called Hocus Pocus. All right, and let's do a swatches on scars right over there. So it just, no Juvia's Place, that's okay. But the shadows that I had before were, in the September box, were much better. I don't know if I swatched them on scars. No, I did, I swatched them on scars. So if you're interested, go look at that because the formula is totally different. This is obviously very thin. It's almost like a translucent shimmer, which is weird. I like my shimmers thick, creamy, luscious, cover everything. Okay, next in order of favorite, we have Twitches. Twitches is a bright orange, maybe even tangerine shimmer. Also looks like it's gonna be metallic. It feels very similar to the purple in that it's just not all there. I don't know. I have that on underneath on the inner corner of my eyes. There's something on top of that, and that's my favorite thing. Whew, it's my favorite thing. So we'll get to that in a second. It applied pretty well, but very similar to the purple in that it just wasn't all that. It wasn't all there. It is obviously better than the purple though, but very similar. If you're a wash of color kind of person, if you wanted a wash of shimmer on your lid, this is your jam. This is not my jam though. I don't like a wash of color. I like a wad of color. You know what I mean? So this is not it. Okay, and then we have a green shade. This is called Frankenweenie. I mean, come on with the name, that's adorable. It is a green metallic, very much like the other 2 in that it's a pure metallic color. It performed similarly. I had a hard time getting this on my lid, and I'm rubbing quite a bit here, and you know, if I was rubbing in a Juvia's Place this much, my finger would be coated for the night. And you can see that there, it's okay, and we'll swatch it right underneath the orange. It's the same, it's a wash of color. Once again, if this is your jam, you'll love it. I mean, it's almost like a pastel, not a pastel, like a watercolor, right? Like my hand looks like it's been watercolored, and that's not all my jam. In order of how good they are, you can totally see the purple is not great. The orange is okay and the green is okay. So that's a bummer. If you can see, I have the green in between the purple and the orange. I wanted it as sort of a hint to tie in my hair, and I did not go over any color. So like I did the purple and then I did the green just a little bit. So it's not like it had anything to go over. I just had a really hard time getting it to stay. And there's some color there, but I've done the same look with the Natasha Denona Tropics palette. There's a beautiful green shimmer in there. And obviously the Juvia's Place Mini Magic palette. Ooh, Buzo, I think is the name of it. The best green shimmer in existence. It's so good. So this is neither of those. This is a watercolor. But the star of the show, Tower of Terror. What we have here is what's called their flakies. This is an orange flaky. It is a pure orange, and it's like a pressed glitter, but it's not. It's those like flakes of shadow. You know what flakies are probably. Flaky's not something that I've really purchased that much of. I have an old tub of flaky that I got from like maybe a Claire's sort of place years and years ago, and I really like it, but it's hard to apply because, and I'm just sort of tapping this because you can scuff it up, but then you get chunks of color. So you kind of almost want to scuff and tap, and this applied with my finger. I could not get it to apply with a brush. That's fine. So if you can see that, ooh, it's difficult to get this to focus. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, but that is a flaky. It's flakes of metallic sparkles, like you took a sheet of metallic orange and you shattered it. That's what flakies are. They're very soft and lovely, and I put them over the orange. I'm going to put them underneath the green now, and then I'll put them over the orange so you can see exactly how I did it. These don't drag very well. It works better if you sort of like pat and drag, sort of just like I applied them to my finger. So if you can see, it's very hard to see, but these are fantastic. I applied without glitter glue. I just tapped my finger. I'm doing that again now. I guess I'll show you. I'm doing that like tap, drag, and you can see indentations and chunks coming off where I'm dragging too hard. So you want to be careful, but I'll take off my glasses. I applied it over the other orange shade entirely. It took it to a different level. It's fantastic. I did it with my finger exactly like this, tap, tap, tap. It stayed where I put it, which was great. There was no fallout like with glitter. Like I sometimes use a glitter glue and put glitter on. This is actually really great because it just applied where I put it. And I can pop it on top of the orange here now. I'll go right over there, and you can see it's just, it's fantastic. It's a different level. It's a different thing entirely. And now our orange is kind of spectacular, right? Like it's fantastic. I'm sure you could wear the flaky by itself. It's really an amazing formula. I would love to get more flakies. I like that I could put this on by itself, that there wasn't fallout, and that at least so far, it's been 2 hours. So far, it stayed perfectly by itself. Now, granted, if you got a very beautiful metallic shimmer, you might not really need this. Like, I bet if there's a Give Me Glow orange, I'm trying to think. I don't think I have one, actually. I have a Give Me Glow yellow, but if there was a Give Me Glow orange, it would be equal to this. But I don't know. It's very much like a glitter mixed with the metallic. So it's a really cool effect. I could see picking up a whole bunch of flakies, especially if they're flakies like multi-chrome pressed flakies. I've heard of multi-chrome flakies. I'm done with loose pigments, loose shadows, all that stuff. But if they're pressed, ooh. So I'm gonna see what other colors they have of this, because that is absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you an up close in a bit. Okay, the other thing that I purchased was the reason that my nail polish looks so weird. This is a glowy nail polish. I thought that it was gonna be Blacklight reactive. It is not so. It is sort of reactive, but more in the glow in the dark sense. And let me see, I don't wanna turn my lights off, but let me see if I can show you. So what we have here is pop polish. I found them on Etsy. They're fantastic. I'm sort of gradually removing my nail polish because I want to repaint a different color, and I thought it was going to be this color. What we have here is Copacetic Cosmetics, and it was like a black gray with red sparkles, and then they have a photo of it looking pink and cool in Blacklight. It's not. It's sort of like glow in the dark. Like if it's under Blacklight, you can see that it's a little bit pink tinged or red tinged, but it's nothing like this pop polish. So I'm going to a drive-in concert this weekend, which if you've watched my other videos may not be a surprise to you, but I want my nails to look like the pop polish. This hand doesn't work very well, so that's why it looks like this. this is as much as the fingers move. Anyways, I want my nails to look like the pop polish. I thought I was gonna paint them like this one. The polish color is Live La Fleur. It's cute. If you wanted a gray black polish with red sparkles in it, then this will make you happy. If you wanted a UV blacklight polish, this will not make you happy, which is what I was hoping for. So I'm not super happy, but it's okay. All right, I don't have too long, so I'm going to go into this gorgeous subscription box. This is very consistent. I did unpack everything already. This is how the last one came. Beautifully packaged. Everything was bubble wrapped. The shadows were put together and bubble wrapped. So I might take a break from the subscription because I'm like less excited with the shadows now. September was phenomenal. I got shadows that were colors that I love passionately. I love greens, clearly, right? So this was meh. And it's not their fault. It's because I got such a good box in my first box. But let's get into this. So we got 2 pressed shadows. I am super happy that we get pressed shadows. I know they say you might get loose shadows, but we have not yet. This one is not perfectly pressed. It looks a little messy, but that's fine. And it's called Borley Rectally. If you're interested, September box was themed haunted. I wasn't sure at the time, but I'm not actually sure what this theme is. Maybe I should know that, and we'll just, ooh, that feels better. It feels less hard pressed and it actually looks like a different formula. Here, let me show you this. Let's see if this will focus. So in my hand over here, in this hand we have Hocus Pocus. In this hand we have the Borley Rectory. Can you see the different formula? Borley Rectory is much more interesting, much more metallic. Hocus Pocus is a very hard pressed deep purple. So I feel like Borley Rectory already is gonna swatch well, is gonna perform well. Let's put it on under the green. Actually, that was horrendous. That did not swatch at all. Okay. And it's sort of chunky. Do you see that? Maybe I'm just all sorts of disappointed this time. Okay, it's not great. It's not great at all. It's kind of chunky and not really attaching to my hand, as you can see. That's a bummer. All right. And then the next shade we have is called Stanley Hotel. So I'm in Colorado, and in May we were supposed to go to my favorite band at the Stanley Hotel. They were playing there a couple nights and we had a cabin booked. It's me and my husband, our anniversary. And it was gonna be really cool. And we were sharing it with a bunch of friends and everything, but they obviously had to cancel because of the pandemic. So I feel quite fondly towards the Stanley Hotel. And I'm also terrified of that stuff. So that's why we were staying in a cabin, like not actually in the hotel. And I really, really hope this works well. The other shadows that I got worked beautifully. And this one has that sort of pearly luminescence. And I can barely even see where that other shadow was to go below it, but much better. Do you see that? That is just excellent. I mean, it's not amazing, but this is a good shadow now. It's looking a little pearlescent, a little multi-chromy. It's obviously a sort of a blue-gray kind of thing, which is very haunted and spooky. That's very appropriate for the Stanley Hotel. That's the only win, that and the flaky, of course. So not sure what this formula is, but go for this kind of thing. These sort of creamy multi-chromatic ones, if you can figure it out on the website. All right, so what else do we have in here? I wonder, so this is a body mist called Forest Hill Cemetery. So maybe it's like ghostly or undead or something. So another thing that I do on this channel is indie perfume reviews. So this is actually really cool. I'm psyched to have the opportunity to try out one of their scents. I'm actually gonna spray it on a piece of paper because I have quite a lot of scent on me already. That's delicious. That's surprising. That's excellent. It smells like pine, but it also smells sweet. That's really good. I'm gonna test that out, and I'm psyched that I have quite a nice chunk of this. like a good full scent. Okay, we have another nail polish, and I'm not sure if any of these polishes are like thermals or whatever that change color if you have nail tips. My nails are obviously too short to have tips, but this is called Viliska. It's sort of a coppery orange. It's quite pretty. And then the lipstick or lip gloss that came with it actually matches that perfectly. It's a coppery reddy brown. I love the formula of the lip gloss that I got before, but it's so... Okay, so the scent of the lip gloss must be different each time because it smells delicious, but it smells different. So the one from last month, the theme was Haunted, and it was a gray lip gloss, and I can't really wear it. It doesn't look great on me, but I do wear it because it's gorgeous, the formula. I'm sure this is similar. I'm not gonna put on because I have lipstick on, but it smells fantastic. It smells like an orange cocoa. Absolutely delicious. Anyways, it's election night. I'm dressed up. I'm ready to celebrate. I really wanted to open this up and have some fun before I go and wear some of this for election night. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it fun, interesting, informative, whatever, I hope you stick around and subscribe down below. Let me know what you think as well if you get this box, and if you got this box specifically, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Wherever you are, I hope you're having the best day that you possibly can. I hope you voted. Be kind to the people around you, and thanks for hanging out.